Hey everybody, my name is Mackenzie and this is Ray, and we are the owners and operators of the Dr. Ride here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We are a non-emergency medical transportation business. The purpose of this video is to highlight the school community that we have started. The community, if you're thinking about getting into NEMT or you have recently jumped into NEMT, then this group is definitely for you. You're going to find a lot of value in this group. We're trying to highlight some ways to increase private pay rides, talk about some marketing things that we're trying. Definitely a lot of value in this group, and we're really, really excited to start it, grow it, and see where the community can go.
Okay, so currently there are a lot of different groups out there. Primarily, if you look on Facebook, you'll see there's a bunch of different non-emergency medical transportation groups. A lot of those groups are pretty large. Some of them have a couple thousand people. I think the biggest one that I'm a part of probably has 10,000 people in it. So definitely a lot of posts every single day. Everything from beginner questions to some more advanced stuff. But I will say a lot of the stuff that gets posted in there is pertaining to operational, aspects of this business, which is great. There's a ton of value in there. So if you haven't already, I would definitely look into joining some of those groups because there's just a lot of helpful information in there. A good example would be, say you're trying to find the best rate on some commercial insurance. I would just go into one of those groups, join it, and search the group, like, Command F, search for insurance on there, and you'll probably find some posts where people have recommended some certain people and some different stuff like that. So for that kind of stuff, I think those groups are great. But the goal of this group is a little bit different. So like Mackenzie said, just recently started the group, and the goal is we want to focus on the private pay client aspect of this business. So everything in the group is going to be about online presence and brand, and basically setting up a funnel, maintaining a CRM. And yeah, we're going to share everything that we're doing along the way. So, for instance, we're testing out some direct mail, we're running Google ads, we're doing a bunch of different stuff. We plan on making future videos to post on the YouTube channel to kind of talk about the results of some of that stuff, but we are going to go way more in depth with it on the school community page that we created.
Yep, yep. And it's a place where everybody can come together and collaborate and communicate. And once we get a few more members in there, we hope to start doing some weekly calls or bi-weekly calls. We'll figure it out, but just where we can get together and collaborate and actually, meet people face to face, whether you're in different states, because this is a nationwide need, right? This industry is not hyper isolated to one specific market. If you're doing something in California or Florida, that you could probably implement that in Ohio and South Carolina, right? So we're really excited about it. We just believe that growth happens faster when everyone's collaborating. So there's a lot of tricks of the trade that we, as new to the industry, do not know. We are super hard workers, and we have a background in marketing from our other business. We're applying a lot of the lessons we learned to this, so we're hoping to share a lot of the things that we're trying with the community. We just believe that when more people are in there collaborating, sharing ideas, that it allows people to grow quicker and cut some of the learning curve out. So
Yeah, exactly. We are part of a couple different groups for the real estate industry, and I think those are very helpful to a certain extent, right? I definitely think if you just pay attention to what's going on and what's being posted in there, there's a lot to learn. I will say again, I just want to focus on the fact that I want to keep this smaller, and the people that are in it, I want them to actually be either actively planning it or had just started the business, or I'd love to get people that are obviously doing the business and are successful in getting private pay clients and facility contracts, right? Like, I'm hoping that we can just build a really good group of people who are actively doing it. The goal is to not get 10,000 people in there and just have it flooded with spam and all sorts of beginner questions and stuff like that. But the goal is specifically to focus on building the private pay aspect of the business. So
yeah, we don't want to have a big group just for the sake of saying that we run a big group like that. We don't cut this out. What I'm about to say, we have spent and we have a real estate background. We have spent over 15 grand joining groups throughout our career of doing that. Different ones, not just one, but we've spent a lot of money on joining groups. So I've seen what goes on in some of these groups where it's like, you pay to join and you think you're going to get all this value out of it. Okay, so we just want to start a free community where people who are on the ground level can go to actually get some value and collaborate. Because trust me, we before we started this business, we looked at a lot of stuff online, YouTube channels, groups. Like we try to learn, but it's hard to get in front of some people, hard to get just some basic questions answered, and that's what we want to really focus on this. Will we talk about some operational stuff from time to time? Of course, right? It's just part of the business, but we really want this to be focused on building your brand. How are we converting more of these private pay leads into actual paying rides, right? That's what we really want to bring the focus on, because we actually, coming from a real estate industry which is hyper competitive, our opinion is looking at this business that there's not a lot of people who are really focused on their brand, which is in our opinion a big missed opportunity. So that's just stuff we're going to talk
Yeah.
about. I'm not trying to dive into it right now, but just stuff we want to talk about with other people who are new and share some ideas.
So as we've mentioned in previous videos, we are newer to the NEMT space. However, we are not new to the sales, marketing, and building a brand world, right? We've got a lot of background on building systems and essentially building sales funnels. We are really trying to go above and beyond here to capture a lot of data and basically use that data to drive our future decisions for what kind of marketing we're doing, and all that good stuff, right? So we're really trying to squeeze as much out of it as we can, and we think that if we build a group with a good amount of other people that are kind of have a similar mindset of like, hey, what works best here? How can we collectively, you know, how can we collectively basically do this and then share our results, right? Because we might have an idea to do something, and someone might be like, hey, I tried that, it did not work at all. Might not want to try that, and that could make us reconsider wanting to try it.
especially
So
especially as a small business, when we know, you know not everyone has a $10,000 a month marketing budget, right? If you're like, hey, I got $1,500 right now that I want to spend on
what's it
marketing,
best used
what's
for?
that's yeah, that's
Yeah.
important, right? We know we're not the experts in NEMT. We're not claiming to be. We are building this group to learn alongside the other people who are in similar positions as we are. We know there's struggles when it comes to scaling a business. We've dealt with it in the real estate side of things in our life previously. So we're not new to that struggle. We're just here to figure this niche out and how we can best do it. And we're just hoping to share the information with everybody else.
This is a little bit of a shorter video, more kind of just talking about the community. But if you're someone that's just starting out in this business, if you're in the planning stages of doing this, or even better, if you're already doing this business and you think that you have some value that you could bring to the group, we would love to have you be a part of it. If you're someone that's thinking about getting into the business, if you are in the planning stages, or if you just started, or even better, if you're already operating as a non-emergency medical transportation provider, and if you think you have some value you can bring to the group, we'd be so appreciative if you'd come and join the group and bring
Join the
some
crew.
value. So we plan on sharing everything that we're trying, and yeah, we hope that other members of the group do the same. And collectively, we hope that we can grow our businesses together with the least amount of wasted time and money.
That's
So
right. That's
that's
right.
ultimately the goal with it.
Yeah, yeah. We're focused on doing the work and just reporting what we're doing. And so, yeah, join the group.
So the link will be in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.
Have a good night.